state government. And if there's no guarantee tangible with that money, all data will swear for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Pius. Pius is a first-time caller. Pius, thank you very much for calling us. You're live on the show. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to discuss about Ibori loot.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
It does not matter whether some people, they said in Delta State, they supported Ibori that, the money does not got lost. That Ibori does not steal their money. For that reason, the money should be given to federal government. Some people may be supporting Ibori. That doesn't mean that because the children or the wife, they supported him, therefore, or some people who are loyal to him supported that, our money did not got lost. Therefore, the money should be given to federal government. No, the money belongs to the state government. So the money should be returned to the state government. It doesn't matter whether the Attorney General is saying that the money should be given to federal government. Okay, we should not discuss sentiment in this matter. The money should be returned to the federal government. To state government.
State government. Please. All right, Pius. Thank you very much for calling. Afolabi is in Agege. Hello, Afolabi. Turn your radio off. Hi. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
See, the matter of this money is just that there is no trust in the government system. We don't trust ourselves. The federal government, we don't trust them. We don't trust the state government too. So the Delta State people that said Ibori did not lose their money, they are the one that wants to have the money back by all means now. Why they denied it at the first place that Ibori did not lose. And you know your first caller, I don't know how people think in this country. What did he say? Say they did not give the money to Delta State, something will happen, something. Why do we keep thinking that way in this country? I don't know. Nothing will happen.
Okay, nothing will happen, Afolabi says. Thank you very much for calling. Okay, then. Let's see. EK. Oh, no, EK is not there anymore. 99.3.
Yeah, this is Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles, welcome.
I think the money should return to Delta State directly now.
Okay.
Because I supported the idea that the money belongs to the Delta State, the taxation, because the money did not belong to federal government. Assuming the money belongs to federal government, they have to take the process from court. Now this money belongs to them. But this money is sold from the Delta State account. So I believe that the money should be returned to Delta. So take care of the Delta State entirely, whether it's through road or whatever, any transport appearance or other thing. And I'm a first-time caller.
Good to have you here. We love having first-time callers. Thank you so much for calling. We do hope that you call again. If you just tuned in, the Accountant General says the federal government has returned the Ibori loot to Delta State, but the state government says they've not received the money. We talked about this. The UK agreed to return £4 million that James Ibori stole from Delta State when he was governor. And we talked about how Ibrahim Malami, the Attorney General, said that the federal government would use the money for projects like Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway, and the second Niger Bridge. And Governor Kowa at the time said, nah, that money belongs to Delta State. Now, I told you earlier on that the Accountant General of the Federation agrees with Governor Kowa, Ahmed Idris. The House of Reps summoned him and they asked him about the Ibori loot, and he said that not only does it belong to Delta, in fact, if the federal government has already transferred the money to Delta. But when Nigeria Info got in touch with the Delta State government said, we never collect the money, or we've not received the money yet. And then I told you, of course, that I found it confusing that we have two federal government officials saying very contradictory things about this money and the rights of the state. Malami said that the money belongs to the federal government. We'll use it for projects. But you have Ahmed Idris, the Accountant General of the Federation, saying that if the federal government attempts to withhold this type of money, states could sue and states could win. So I was looking at that story and I said to myself, if the accountant general knows this, how come the attorney general, lawyer, how come the attorney general did not know this? He's the minister of justice. So my questions are what you think about the two AGFs, attorney and accountant, saying two contradictory things about where the Ibori loot belongs. And what do you think about Ahmed Idris saying that the federal government has already sent the money to Delta State, but the Delta State government telling us that the government hasn't received the money. They've not seen a lot. Women, call me on 01465-7190. Men, call me on 0700-993-993. We're going to go on a break in about 3 minutes. But when we come back, we'll talk about investment scams. Why are they so popular? Why are they so successful in Nigeria? That's the next story, our story after the break. But right now, back to the phone lines. Hello. Thank you very much for calling us.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Abdullah.
Abdullah, welcome. You're talking to Sandra. Go ahead.
Okay. You see, it happened in Plateau. Plateau's own was returned back to Plateau. The one in Bayelsa was returned back to...
Oh, no. Sorry about that. Call me back if you can. Hello. Thank you for calling.
Yes, Sandra. Hi, this is Alex.
Hi, Alex. Welcome.
Yeah, I want to just say something. It might sound funny.
Okay.
This is why I don't like talking with lawyers.
Okay.
They have a way of complicating issues.
Okay.
My grandfather was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
We have lawyers in my family, everywhere, but I hate talking with them.
Okay.
If we have seen that this is a recurrent problem, looting of state resources in Nigeria, it's very easy. By now, we should have institutionalized a way of dealing with recovered, stolen loot. How do you say it? We don't have to. We don't need to be guessing about how to deal with it. That you see how Malami in recent times has been dipping his feet in all things that don't concern him, just to make the whole thing look complicated. By now, we should have it even be gazetted because we have been institutionalized state looting, looting of state resources. That's my point.
All right, Alex. Thank you for calling to share your point. We've got comments on Facebook, and I'd like to take a look at some of them. On Facebook, we are Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. Unimike Sani Ukpanupong says, I think the Delta State government has not received the money. If they've received it, the FG will have responded to them by now. Adesanya Nyafe says, why contradiction? Because those to supervise them are sleeping. If not, they will sit up and do the needful without contradiction. We've got more people who are sending us messages on Facebook, but we'll come back to Facebook in a bit. Let's take a quick look at WhatsApp. Good afternoon. That money belongs to Delta State and it should be given to the Delta State government. But the state government must give accountability for how it spends the money. You didn't leave your name, but thank you very much for your message. Paulie Demudia says, judging from the way we've been seeing and hearing from the Attorney General lately, it's obvious he's the wrong man for that job. But then he's part of the ruling cabal, and that makes up the presidency, and as such, he is untouchable. All right, we've got more messages coming in via WhatsApp. Callings from Lagos. Sandra, on the contradiction in the return Ibori loot, the FG should return the money to Delta State with immediate effect. But what is worrisome is the back and forth between the Accountant General and the AGF. This goes to show how uncoordinated and deceitful this administration is. All right, Lagos, that's my cue to take a break. Take a break, catch my breath, drink some water, and then we'll come back and you help me answer why so many people fall for scams. Why? Why does this happen?
More talk, news, and sports after this. The best of talk radio to start your day. The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff Quadri.
It is government silence and the silence on the part of the rest of us that have fueled all of this insecurity. Even from Lagos to Ibadan now, you need the blood of Jesus.
This thing is a political game. Jordan Barras, the others and the rest. The men of their wives are widows. They have been paid 60,000, 100,000. Today have not paid my children's school fees. Even in our group chat, if you say anything about the boss or you complain, they will block you and remove from you. Because I think the truth.
The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff Quadri. Weekdays 5 to 9 a.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
My car was parked in front of my house and was vandalized. Mm-hmm. My neighbor said he actually looked through the window and saw the people taking out stuff from my car. He said he couldn't tell me and his room is opposite mine.
Imagine that.
Let's talk.
Are you looking for the perfect escape from the frenzy of everyday life? Lekki Leisure provides an astonishing view of the Atlantic Ocean with premium beach services, children's play area, private cabanas, quad bikes, beach soccer, volleyball, and much more. We are the right fun place for you. Our unique event spaces have impressive views of the ocean and city and are suited ideally for all your event purposes. Try our special Sunday buffet for amazing sizzling hot Chinese delicacies. Thursday night karaoke with complimentary drinks for the ladies. Make these unforgettable memories at our premier private beach located at Adekunle Animashaun Drive, Okunde Water Tourism Scheme, Lekki, Lagos. For more information, please call 0817-194-7130 or send an email to l3hubinfo@gmail.com. Lekki Leisure. Live more. We're back.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
3:28 right now. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Why do so many people fall for scams? Our second story is an alleged 2 billion naira investment scam. We were just talking about investment scams on Balogun and Broad last Wednesday and the Wednesday before that. And now Nigerians have said, hold my beer. Police from the Special Fraud Unit here in Lagos arrested 21-year-old Joshua Dominic, the founder of Brisk Capital Limited. They say he promised investors 60% returns every month. And based on that, he got 500 people to give him a total of more than 2 billion naira. Did he invest the money? Well, the police allege that he spent the money on houses, cars, watches, and parties. Apparently, some of the investors, or should I say scam victims, complained to police when they did not see the 60%. And so the Special Fraud Unit investigated, saw where the money was allegedly going, and swooped in. They say that they've seized some of the property that Dominic allegedly bought and that they've arrested Dominic. They also claim that he's begging for time to refund some of the money. 2 billion naira. He got 500 people to give him 2 billion naira total. That's 4 million naira each on average. People gave him 4 million naira expecting 60% returns monthly. So you give someone 4 million and at the end of the month, he will give you 4 million plus 2.4 million naira. And I have to ask, what business can give such returns? Is there anybody listening to me whose business generates 60% profit every month? Honestly, think am. Is there anybody who is listening to me, whether na Okada they ride or na keke they ride or na Uber Taxify they do or na carpenter work or na electrician you be or na plumber you be or na mason you be or na lawyer you be or na doctor you be, because doctors and lawyers are making profits as well. Or, you own a supermarket or a superstore or you're a tailor. Like whatever business, or you're selling tomatoes in the market or you're selling yams or you're selling plastic or you're selling masks. Are you making 60% in profit every month. Because remember, if somebody takes your money to invest, they're going to use that money to buy some asset or buy a share of a business. The money that they give you back as returns must come from that asset or that business. So when an investment company tells you, we can give you 60% returns a month, babe, what do you suppose ask now? Which business or asset fit give anybody 60% return guaranteed every month? Which business be that? And the police said the same thing. They said that the public has to be more discerning when somebody is offering unrealistic returns. And that's why I'm asking today, why are so many Nigerians not discerning? Why are so many Nigerians ready to believe that any business can yield 60% profit, 60% returns, guaranteed every month? Is this ignorance? Is it greed? Is it both? 0700-993-993-993. If you're a man, call me on that number. If you're a woman, call me on 01465-7190. Why do so many people fall for these scams? We've got WhatsApp 080-959-75805. How come so many people will hear a ludicrous claim like 60% return within 1 month and still put their money in? Is it greed? Is it ignorance? Is it both? Have you ever fallen for a scam? I'm not going to judge you. I just want to understand how it happens. How did it happen? 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Good
you?
afternoon,
Good
Sandra.
afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you. I think people fall for these investment camps because they are greedy.
Okay.
This particular case is just greed. It's nothing else.
Okay.
I want to say if there's a little bit of ignorance involved, but I think the bulk of their problem is greed. How can someone promise you 60% in a month? My goodness, even if you are planting vegetables, maybe vegetables that grow in like 2 months, you can't get that kind of returns on such a lucrative business. Won't you pay your staff? Won't you buy fuel? Won't you restock? Won't you do this and that? What is that? 60%. Nigerians, wake up, oh. This thing is giving me goosebumps. I'm in shock. God.
Thank you for calling me. She says that she thinks it's greed with a little bit of ignorance. 99.3. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
Sorry, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Malik speaking.
Welcome, Malik.
It's funny when people are greedy. Those that gave him that money, that huge amount of money, how did they get the money?
Okay.
How can you give somebody 4 million and expect to get your 4 million and 2.something million back? Even bank that you put your 10 million for 1 month or 3 months, you won't get up to 200,000. And that one is legit too. You know, when you're greedy at times here, and you get your money through dubious ways, you feel that you can make other people to pay you more. It will not work that way.
Is it greed? And I don't believe it's through dubious ways. Because I was listening to... Hold on. Now, 2.4 million is a lot of money. But there are people that are doing it with 50,000. There are people that are doing it with 20,000. I was listening to Joyce, and a guy called in and said that he gave 100,000, and he was supposed to receive 30,000 some months, 50,000 some months, and then after 2 years, he was supposed to get 25 million.
Sandra, even car business takes months, years to sell one car. Even car business, you're saying that you feel people want to buy. Even the Rolex watches they sell takes months, years to sell. I mean, sometimes 6 months to sell one. You know, I'm in traffic in Lekki. You hear the sound. You understand me? So what kind of greed is that?
Is it greed? Is it greed?
It's greed and stupidity. Greed and stupidity. If you look at it very well, which bank, even bank you're seeing that your money is guaranteed, the bank cannot give you such amount of interest, cannot give it to you. It's greed and stupidity. Thank you.
Malik, thank you very much for calling. 99.3.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon.
My opinion on this issue is that
What's your name, first of all?
My name is Rollins.
Hi, Rawlings.
My opinion is just simply greed.
Rawlings, are you male or female? Sorry, I have to ask.
Female.
You're female. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. I spoke to my bank this afternoon because they kept sending a mail, double. And I called my bank and I said, what is this double? They said, fix this, fix that. And they told me that if I fix 2 million for 6 months, I was going to get 39,000. And I told the bank, I said, what is 39,000? I can do better than that, even if I sell pure water with 2 million. And then again, you know, look at the interest rate in the bank now, or fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is 1%. People bring in goods from abroad and or do farming and all that. Like the question you asked when you started, what are we going to do that we will get 60%? See, various people have done this. No, Specker have done it in the past. The Skin Women have done it in the past. Swiss Golden or Swiss something have done it in the past. MMM have done it in the past. And yet, people are still not learned up.
So why do you why do you think they haven't? I mean, what do you think is at play here? Because they know, say inside their mind, they know say this thing will be scam, but they still put their money in. Why?
You know what most of them do?
What?
When most people are just on net looking for this thing, they believe that if I start with them, they just started 1 month.
But that's the thing. You don't. But that's the thing. You don't even know that you started with them. How do you know that you're the first person to start with them?
No, there are people that are good in this research. They will say the thing before it will get to. I have friends that are good in it. I'm telling you. They will say before it will get to 3 or 4 or 5 months, I would have cashed out like 10 times. So I will not do again. When it falls, then that's their business. So what do you call such people? Such people are also 419 people. OBT. Greedy. They know it's 419. You will tell them, I've told most of my friends, I said this is 419. I cannot get involved in a spiritual business. This is a spiritual business. A business that I don't know the directors, I don't know the owners, I don't know their office, and you're asking me to pay money online and get 20%, get 30% and all that. They say, don't worry, you know, this is Nigeria. Things are tough now. Then my conclusion is that those people too are 419 people. And if you do business, if you check them, I have some of my friends, check them. If you do business with them the first time, the second time, the third time, before you know it, they will tell you stories about the money. Your money will not be complete. This thing is just a thing of, you know, insincerity, a thing of lying and cheating and greed. They want to make money by all means because they want to belong to where they don't belong.
That's Rawlings. Thank you very much for calling. So, is the average Nigerian greedy? Is the average Nigerian deceitful? Does the average Nigerian trick? That's a conversation for a different day, but let's go into our third story. Court orders Lai Mohammed to pay Uche Secondus 20 million naira for defamation. So back in 2018, Lai Mohammed, the information minister, published a so-called list of looters. He said that these were government officials and PDP leaders who had stolen government money. And one of the names on that list was Uche Secondus, who is currently the PDP national chairman. Secondus demanded a retraction, demanded an apology, and demanded 1.75 million naira from Mohammed. Mohammed refused, so Secondus dragged him to court. He sued Mohammed for defamation at a high court in River State. And now, 3 years later, the high court has spoken. They found in favor of Secondus, and they ordered Mohammed to pay him 20 million naira. No word yet about whether or not the information minister is going to pay the money or appeal the ruling. But that's where that case is at. Now, you're asking, what is defamation? Defamation is when somebody communicates a false statement about somebody, either orally or written, that unjustly harms the person's reputation. So by finding in favor of Secondus, the court is saying that Lai Mohammed's looters list was fake news that damaged Secondus's reputation. Oh, by the way, Lai Mohammed was in the news last week for saying that fake news was breaking up marriages in Nigeria and destroying families. In fact, he has been very vocal for years about the dangers of fake news, and he has called for stronger laws to crack down on it, like the social media bill, for example. And each time he talks about this, the people who disagree with him point out that the existing laws are enough to combat fake news, like the law against defamation, with 20 million naira fines. What do you think about this decision from the court, Lagos? Men call me on 0700-993-993-993. Women call me on 01465-7190. Do you think Mohammed should pay, or do you think he should appeal? And what do you think about the fact that Uche Secondus actually went to court to challenge the statement that he was a looter and won? What do you think about that? Women call me on 01465-7190. Men call me on 0700-993-993. And yes, you can talk about all three stories we have on today's Big Three. We talked about the Delta State government saying that it has not received Ibori loot. Then we talked about another investment scam that was exposed that allegedly took billions. Now we've just talked about a court ordering Lai Mohammed to pay 20 million naira for defamation. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Hello? All right, sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Mandela. I'm calling from Satellite Town.
Welcome, Mandela.
Yes, I've been listening to this program. You see, in short, it's very funny. Very, very, very funny. It's greed, greed, and you want to increase your financial problem or so.
Okay.
That's another thing. And we Nigerians, we always I don't really know. We always fall victims with most of these things.
Have you fallen victim to any of them?
No, I've never. Only this MMN that went, I've never tried it. But there's something I went in recently. Though, because I believe that any information I had on radio is somehow reliable.
Okay.
That is what I believe. So I had that information on radio. It's about this ESPN Global. It's about ESPN investment.
Okay, let's not advertise them here, huh? Thank you. 99.3.
Auntie Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Mr. Frank from Ojo Alaba.
Welcome, Mr. Frank.
Let me start from Lai Mohammed. He is going to pay that money because his own is becoming too much. How will you allow somebody that is a looter, whereby you don't have any fact about it, just to terminate his image? Even if he goes to appeal, he must pay that money. Then about this fraud business, did you know somebody, a very good friend of mine, called me of a head business, a businessman. I said, sir. So he continued. He invested 300 or something thousand and was receiving a lot. After some time, he invested 6 million naira, and the money gone.
Wow.
He didn't tell me. Then later, after some weeks, he came back and started coming to my house. Steady, drinking anyhow. What happened? He said, now, I see the money don't go. Which money? Your businessman, you are greedy. The people that is doing the business is greedy. That is why me, so ahead, I'm still doing my own. Don't come for me for money because this should not come for you. So that is what anybody that lost money for them, I laugh them very seriously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Frank. We'll take a final call and then move to social media. Lots of comments on social media. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name? Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Turn your radio off for me, then go ahead.
All right. 18 from Satellite Town.
Welcome, Etim.
This Ibori loot. Federal government, the accountant general say it has been returned to Delta State. And I had people from Delta State say if supporters of Ibori say that profited that money ever since to UK, and they declared that there was no money missing. Then at any time that the indigenes of Delta State protest, even at the court in London when the court was proceeding, did they send representatives? The case of Bayelsa and Plateau State, the state government admitted that their ex-governor looted the state. In this case, they want to read where they did not so. They should forget about that money.
So let me ask you something. Did every Delta indigene say that Ibori did not steal?
Madam, listen. There's a condition attached before the UK.
You're not answering my question. You didn't answer the question. What? Did every Delta indigene say Ibori did not steal?
That they speak on their own behalf. They are their elected leaders.
Okay.
They speak on their own behalf.
And if that is enough reason to deny the money going to Delta, why does the Accountant General disagree?
Agree or disagree?
Disagree. Accountant General disagrees.
That is from precedents of what happened in the past. And in another case. Hello?
What?
The case of Bayelsa and Plateau State cannot be compared with Delta State. And I heard that the money was forfeited to UK, and the Queen of England decided to dash this money to Nigeria. And he attached condition to this because other looted money that was returned to Nigeria was related. So the attached
You heard wrong. Sorry. You heard wrong. Oh my God. You heard wrong. Hello? Can you hear me? I said you heard wrong. You're not responding to my response to your opinion. You're just moving right ahead.
Okay. I've answered some of your questions.
You actually haven't. I also told you heard wrong. Queen of England here. One now. Wow.
I said there is a condition attached.
Which condition? Who put it there?
Did the Delta State government send representative when this agreement was signed?
Was the Okowa administration the one that said money was not missing? If a new administration administration has said yes, money was stolen, why are you still insisting on this?
When they heard that the money was to be
okay, so let me take you back to the Accountant General of the Federation, the federal government official who says that the money belongs to Delta State. That if the money doesn't go back to Delta, Delta can sue and Delta can win. He's on his own.
The presidency, up to last week, he said that money will not be returned to Delta State.
But they said that the money has already returned to Delta State. Delta is saying that they've not gotten it.
They have received their alert now. So their account has not been accredited.
So you're saying the federal government is lying, eh?
Don't worry. That money will not be returned to Delta State.
So are you saying the federal government is lying?
The Accountant General is on his own. He will come out to say he was misquoted. Don't worry.
Okay.
Then on the Lai Mohammed, did the court that give judgment against Lai Mohammed to pay the fine for damages? Is it the federal high court or a state high court in River State?
A court, period.
Because all the court in state to federal in River State have been compromised by Wiki and PDP. So that judgment will not be obeyed by Lai Mohammed.
Okay. So you think he should sue, Abi? He should appeal the judgment, Abi? Hello? Oh, I think I lost the connection to Etim. I do hope he calls back, though. Thank you very much for calling Etim. Let's go to WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, we've got Collins who says, Uche Secondus has done the needful by making sure Lai Mohammed pays that money because he's a definition of, okay. This Lai Mohammed must pay. He loves to trample on people. He must pay for defamation. That's a message from Oronyehu Sunday. All right, Oronyehu, thank you very much for your message. Kende says, the problem is that those fake investor schemes are capitalizing on the psychology that the economy is bad. So people will be desperate and susceptible to schemes like that. All right. Regarding the Ibori loot, Michael Lawrence says that the federal government should return the money to Delta State because federal government has never for once given account of what they use the recovered looted funds for. And as for the AGF report on the looted funds of Ibori given back to Delta and the Delta State government disputing his report, that's a sign of busybody on the side of the AGF because it's not in his office to give report on finances as he's not the Minister of Finance. Okay. He's the accountant general, so he knows which money is leaving his anyway. Okay. Paulie Demudia from Surulere says, Lai Mohammed must pay that 20 million naira fine. This will curb his tongue for a while and put him in check. So much misinformation coming from him. Sandra, as we are talking, people are planning on another type of investment and they will get clients tomorrow. We are a money-driven society, reaping where you didn't sow. Even churches prey on our gullibility, so the pansy and church are such of where our gullibility resides. That's a message from Chris from Amoa, which reminds me of the guy who called into Joyce's show to talk about how he invested 100,000 naira, got his brother and his father and all his neighbors to invest as well. And he says he has never invested in any of these schemes before, but the only reason he invested in this one was because he was a pastor that came to them, so he felt like, okay, pastor, if he trick me. I think, I can share with you my personal rule of thumb. Whenever I'm about to do business with anybody, whether it's a mechanical or a mason or a plumber or anybody at all, tailor self, once that person says to me, by the grace of God, I already have red flags because I know that, okay, this is somebody that will not be trusted. I don't like anybody that uses God to try and confuse the issue or blind me. And once I'm about to get into business with you and you are a man or woman of God, I am doubly suspicious because there's a lot of abuse that tends to happen with relationships such as that. So that's my personal philosophy about life. That's how I deal with human beings, with business. If you come at me with, by God's grace, by the grace of God, God willing, I just know that, okay, no, this one will be unreliable. Or if you come at me, I'm a man of God, I immediately just start suspecting things. Not because I don't believe you're ordained, but because I understand the power dynamics of the relationship, and I understand that you will probably expect me to use God to fear you and, not want to drag you too much if the thing goes south. So I'm very wary about that. That's what I do in my own personal life, and so far, it's been working for me. So it could be something that you want to adopt for yourself if you want to. I'm not forcing you to. I'm just saying that you could consider adopting that for your life. We've got OC listening from Canada, and OC says, in my opinion, it's greed and ignorance that pushes people into this fraud. Yes, there are businesses that bring up to 60% return. Okay. I'll come back to this message and read about businesses that you think bring back 60% return every month, guaranteed. Because that's what I said, though. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Eniola Badmos, Aliunuhu, Chris Okabwe, Obolo, and lots more. Directed by Ekene Som Mekuye.
God, I swear to God, if after 7 days you don't answer me, I'll go meet the devil. Put in the talk. Read the word, just what's for the devil himself.
Premieres May 29th on Netflix.
Meanwhile, landlord carry come. Everything there. What you say one? Check out, I know be quick not to do that. Based on rent, no carry our look come on. Which kind of team is this now? First, na job matter. Second, na jam matter.
One Lagos night. Anticipate.
The best of talk radio to start your day. The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff Quadri.
It is government silence and the silence on the part of the rest of us that have fueled all of this insecurity. Even from Lagos to Ibadan, you need the blood of Jesus.
This thing is a political game. Jordan Barras, the others and the rest. The men of their wives are widows. They have been paid 60,000, 100,000. Today I have not paid my children's school fees. Even in our group chat, if you say anything about your boss or you complain, they will block you and remove from the group. Because I've seen the truth.
The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff Quadri. Weekdays 5 to 9 a.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
My car was parked in front of my house and was vandalized. My neighbor said he actually looked through the window and saw the people taking out stuff from my car. He said he couldn't have me and his room is opposite mine.
Imagine that.
Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
It's 4 minutes to 4 o'clock, and then we'll bring you the glass ceiling. On today's glass ceiling, we're going to talk again about the role that parenting plays when it comes to gender equality or inequality. What role does parenting play? But right now, why is the Accountant General contradicting the Attorney General on the Ibori loot? Why do so many Nigerians fall for investment scams? And will Lai Mohammed pay Uche Secondus, or will he appeal the court ruling? Those are your big three, Lagos. Let's talk. 0700-993-993-993, 01465-7190. Aha, that comment from Canada. Okay. All right. So we've got OC who says, in the heat of the pandemic, there was a boom in real estate in my province, where if you bought a house for 350,000 Canadian dollars in the same month, you can get a buyer to sell more than 50% profit. It's verifiable, but it requires huge capital. But these online investment platforms is just greed and laziness. Imagine someone knowingly investing in a fraud, hoping to cash out before it crashes. OC, okay, well, OC sent another message and says, every month. No, it's not every month. All right, OC, thank you very much for your message. Because that's the thing. You have to pay attention to the details of what they're offering you. This guy said 60% profit every month, guaranteed. Whether it's 20% or 30% or 40%, guaranteed every month. Guy, think am now. How much do they make from your regular work? Even from your Agbero work, self. If na Agbero you be, how much do they make from that Agbero work? How much do they make from your Okada work? How much do they make from tailor work? How much do they make as hawker where they sell for traffic? Every month, guaranteed. So why you go believe person will tell you, say, oh, if he make you 60% or 20% or 15% or 30%? Think am. All right, we'll take a final call and then bring you business news and then bring you the glass ceiling. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name? Good afternoon.
Yeah, Malik speaking on Ibori loot. Sorry, please.
Welcome, Malik.
All right. Do you know what?
What?
What the other fellow was telling was that the Delta State government came and said nothing was missing when Ibori was on trial in the UK. You understand me? They said nothing was missing.
Okay.
So with that, yes, the government is right, because the federal government was not spending money on lawyers or whatever. Okay. I understand that.
Okay.
If Okonwa should come and say something we're missing, we will understand. You understand me?
But Okonwa has said something was missing.
He said when he knew that they were going to fund the money. When did he agree that something was missing?
Okay, let me ask you something, Malik. If your brother stole from you, but you believed that he was innocent, when the money is now found in his possession, should that money be returned to you, or should it be in your brother's pocket? I'm just saying, should the police be able to say, because you said your brother is innocent, we're not going to return the money?
No, the point is that this was a state money. What I was expecting the government to do was to say, so and so road, we'll turn out to so project, I will monitor it to the last in Delta State.
Yeah, but the money will still go back to Delta for them to use and do it.
How can the Attorney General? In short, APC government are very funny. They will say one thing to another thing. You get my point? But for Lai Mohammed case, lie, you will not pay that money.
Thank you very much for calling, Malik. That's all the time I have. Let's bring you business news. After the business news, the glass ceiling will come your way. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.